Voices is sponsored by these local businesses.
Jim Hines started out as a mechanic when he joined the Air Force, but then ended up flying the planes he was working on. Ansley Daniels shares his story in this week's Veterans Voices.
These days, you'll find Jim Hines working on classic cars.
I like working on cars and going to shows around here.
But before cars, Hines spent his days working on airplanes in the Air Force.
I was stationed at Pope Air Force Base, where I worked mostly with the 82nd Airborne Division, dropping paratroopers and heavy equipment out of the back of C-130 on the drop zones.
He eventually became a crew chief for the C-130s, and then decided he wanted to fly the planes he was working on.
They needed loadmasters real bad, so I cross-trained, went to school right there. They had a school on the base, and next thing you know, I'm flying and dropping heavy equipment and paratroopers.
He went all over the world and got out in 1967. But 13 years later, a snap decision to rejoin.
When Iran took those hostages and that C-130 burned up out in the desert, I saw that and I wanted to go back in. It was pretty much an instant decision. I had a hard time looking at it and really believing it and thinking, well, that could have been me back in the day, or my plane, or my people.
He went back in as a heavy equipment operator in the civil engineering unit.
One of our specialties was rapid runway repair. If a base gets attacked and the runway gets bombed so they can't take the airplanes off, we fix the runways very fast.
He stayed back in for about 16 years this time.
It goes along with knowing you're not going to be go in and make a huge impact yourself, but you feel you want to be part of the solution or what's ever going on at the time.
And Hines says that feeling has never left him.
When I go to the VA hospital over here and I see gentlemen sitting there waiting to be seen or whatever, I don't see people in their 60s and 70s. I see young paratroopers or something in the back of my plane getting ready for the green light to go on. My mind goes back and I think, just think what that guy did so many years ago.
That was News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel reporting. Now, Hines might be retired from the service and his civilian jobs, but he still works, helping his wife with her Airbnb Pumpkin Moon Farm on their property in Limestone. You can nominate a veteran who served our country and share their story for our ongoing Veterans Voices series. Log on to WJHL.com and click the community tab.